Hi, I'm Margaret Eaton. I'm president of ABC Life Literacy Canada.
Hi there, I'm Anthony Alfred. I'm Director of Communications and Marketing for ABC Life Literacy Canada.
What pleases me the most is how positive Solutions Focus is. And it has changed the conversation around our office. We use the tools almost instinctively now, which is great. It's become part of our regular repertoire. And people will come to me and say, I really want to search for the solution to this. I want the answer to this. And so I'll start asking questions so that we can come up with that positive response rather than dwelling on the negative problem talk.
Yeah, and the application of solution focus, I think what it is, it's so immediate. We've certainly seen that through many examples in team conversations that we've had, one-to-one conversations between colleagues. Success stories for solutions focus. Wow, there's many. I think about conversations that I've had personally with members on the marketing communications team where they've been in a problem scenario with respect to delivering on particular goals of, I use example of a media tour that we were at. Things at the outset didn't look too promising in terms of the amount of people that we were able to engage, but engaging in the conversation about scaling and getting to look at sort of what small steps they could take to overcome some of the challenges they had was extremely uplifting. So that's one example. We've utilized solutions focus even in our department strategic planning. I've put the staff through scenarios where we look at the future perfect. We look at it from a very much of a stakeholder lens, and that's really been powerful for us.
Yes, in fact, our whole organization has used Solutions Focus as a framework for strategic planning. And as Anthony said, that idea of looking at the future perfect, what is it that you want the organization to be in 3 years? Which makes it much easier to then decide what you don't want it to be. You can start to eliminate things that you might have thought were problems before, things that you might have invested time in or energy or money. But if those things, why spend all that time on those things if they don't even fit your future perfect? So that has been really powerful for us in really envisioning the new organization that we want to be and then getting to the essence of how we would get there. I think it's a set of really powerful tools. And yeah, as you say, sometimes the tools fit, sometimes they don't fit. But we find that more often than not, there's one of those tools that's going to be useful in a conversation. Anthony talks about scaling. That's one we've used especially with individuals about, well, if you're struggling with this, where would you say you are on a scale of 1 to 10? And if they say they're a 3, then the question, how did you get to 3? And so it does, there are many ways that you can use these tools. They don't always apply, but when they do apply, they work.
My first words of advice would be not to hesitate. The proofs that ABC has gone through over the last 2.5 years since we've been incorporating it have been extremely powerful. You see very immediate results of solutions focus, not only in between your dealings with staff, but as you relate to stakeholders. So I would say not to hesitate.
Don't be intimidated by it. That you can take pieces of it and you can start working with even just those few tools. But also if you're going to do it, then try to incorporate refreshers with your staff. That was one of the things that we did. Our consultant and board member, Alan Kay, came back to us on several occasions with our staff to say, let's just refresh these skills. And one of the great innovations of that, I think, was he would have the staff do the teaching instead of him doing the teaching. And if you have to teach it, then you are refreshed in your learning of it. So don't be intimidated. Take pieces and start playing with them. Have fun.
Well, I think it's helping the stakeholders because we're even on a grander level fulfilling those mandates, those strategic decisions that either it's corporate Canada or it's the government of Canada decide to make a commitment to ABC. They continue to see that stronger outcome of the work that we do in in what we do together with them.
Right now we use it as a tool with our committees, as a tool with the board, as a tool for our staff. But it would be very fun if if the board and the committees actually were working on solutions focuses tools themselves. If we could bring this from the staff to our volunteer group, I think that would be really interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that was short and